So we just got home. We kind of last minute decided we were gonna get together with our pastor and his wife. I'm pretty good friends with her. I mean, we're good friends with them, and they have 2 young kids. We've hung out, done play dates several times, but they had us over for dinner. It was really low key, it was awesome. We just had pizza. I brought an ice cream cake. Back in the day when we would go to people's house for dinner, I would like make a nice dessert to bring, and just times have changed. We just like stopped at the grocery store to get a cake. It just feels unlike me. That was really, really smart. Bear keeps walking up the steepest part of the driveway, and it's making us nervous. I think he figured it out. So now we're just hanging out in the driveway. It's kind of during their normal dinner time, but we had dinner early tonight over at Pastor Andy's house. So I was gonna sit here and just run through, I don't have a whole lot to talk about in terms of a pregnancy like update for what I've been experiencing since I did my last update, which was I think maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. But I figured we could just combine it into a vlog since it's, I don't know, I feel like it would be boring to sit down, like to watch a sit down, me just talking to the camera video. So you let me know if you prefer that. I mean, it's mainly for you guys and just to keep you informed. So if you prefer me just to sit down and do a dedicated pregnancy update video, we can do that. If you'd prefer it to be mixed in with a vlog, we can do that too. With that said, if you don't care about this, then skip ahead, I don't know, a couple of minutes. Both the kids are in the car. So I asked Brad, I was like, what should I talk about this update? Like, what's been different the last few weeks? Or like, what's new, or what do you see going on with my pregnancy? And he said, just a lot of sickness. So that kind of sums it up. There's been just overall a lot more sickness with this pregnancy than with my last. And it just like won't go away fully. Like I feel like I will be a week without throwing up, and then all of a sudden I'll have a morning where I'm like throwing up again, and it just won't fully go away. So the baby is as large as an onion, 5 inches and 5 ounces. So I've definitely started feeling kicks. I feel like that's like the major thing that's happened this last couple of weeks. I'd say maybe a week ago, beep beep. A week ago I first felt something that like I was for sure was the baby, and then I've since felt quite a bit. It's not all the time like it was with them later on. I think that will come, but there's definitely parts of my day every single day that I know I'm feeling baby. I've had some glimpses of having energy back. Like I rode the Peloton the other day. I've been able to take them for like a run. We went on a hike the other day. For those that are concerned about activity level in pregnancy, the latest research says whatever activity level you had before pregnancy, it's okay to resume or continue that during pregnancy. So don't worry about me and my activity level. Everybody's gonna be just fine. They don't even recommend like monitoring your heart rate, but I actually am kind of toning it back. Other things with me, I had like a day where I had really bad like stomach pain, which I'm pretty sure was just like gas or something. And that was a bummer. It like kept me up at night, and that was no fun. And then other like negative things, like painful things, would be the sciatic nerve pain that I had with my first pregnancy. I've started experiencing again. And it's like if I move my leg a certain way or step a certain direction, it'll kick in, and then it's like hard to get it to go away. So I think that's just something that you have to deal with. I've looked up some stretches. My aunt is a physical therapist, and she said, I think just if the baby is in that direction and pressing that way, then that's kind of what you have to deal with. So sciatic nerve pain is no joke. I feel terrible for people who have to like chronically deal with it. But there's that. And then round ligament pain, which I remember getting a lot earlier in my pregnancy with them. I've started having, and it's mainly in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping and I like abruptly move, I'll get the round ligament pain. Just like right where your leg meets your hip is where that usually, like where I can feel that. And it's just like a sharp pain where you just want to hold really still, and then it kind of fades away or whatever. So in terms of sleep, I'm a stomach sleeper. My note says stomach sleeper watermelon, and I'm trying to trigger myself because I did research on this, like how long can I safely sleep on my stomach? And they say until your stomach is the size of a watermelon. Watermelons vary in size hugely, so I'm not sure exactly how to take that, but I also kind of modify my stomach sleeping where I'm kind of like, I kick my leg out and the pressure's not like directly on my belly. So if you're a stomach sleeper, you know how difficult it is. man, with the twins, like pretty early on, I couldn't comfortably sleep on my stomach. I also couldn't sleep on my back because they would press on my whatever vein. What's the vein that goes up your back that they were compressing? And
vein?
Your artery. When you're hugely pregnant, the weight of the babies in your uterus blocks off circulation to your brain or something. And so I would like pass out if I was on my back, which was like the next most comfortable thing to my stomach. So I couldn't sleep on my stomach or my back with them, which left one side or the other. And like, especially like if you would get uncomfortable on one side, your only option was to flip over to the other side. So I'm sure I'll get to that point with this baby too, but for right now, I'm still able to sleep on my stomach comfortably and safely, apparently. So I'm also looking into a pregnancy pillow. I'm just barely getting to the point where I think I would benefit from a pregnancy pillow. The one I had last pregnancy was like a C shape. I think I want one that's more like a U shape that goes on both sides, because when I would flip from one side to the other, I would want to flip the pillow too, and it was too much to do in the middle of the night. This is ending up being like a sit down video with me talking to the camera the whole time. Oh well. We'll put some kid footage at the end if you're getting bored. In terms of weight gain, I finally started gaining weight. It seems like it was all of a sudden, and I think it just kind of corresponds with me not getting sick as much anymore. And I just weighed myself today and I've gained 8 pounds. And I'm going off of, like I was telling Brad, my normal weight can fluctuate at least 5 pounds. Like just from, like within a week I can go up and down by 5 pounds, and that's all within normal for me. I don't know if I just like at times have a lot more water or whatever. So from like the upper end of that, I've gained 8 pounds. So that's good. I think I'm about halfway through the pregnancy. So I feel like the weight gain will speed up, and I'll still be just kind of like at a normal weight gain range for a singleton pregnancy, which is gonna be a lot less than with the twins. And I'm very happy about that. Just like we got the windshield wipers going. Just the amount of fluid I was retaining with them was ridiculous. Like I had so much fluid. Like I told Brad, like when I had the twins, I came home from the hospital and I was 30 pounds lighter 2 days later, just from them, placentas, and fluid. It was insane. And then I lost like another 10 pounds like within that next week of being home. It was just crazy. Okay, so then the last point I'm gonna touch on, this is just like hugely controversial, the C-section plan. Right now, as of right now, I'm planning on having a C-section. I have done a ton of research on this. I know people feel very strongly about it, and there's a lot of research out there, and based on what you want to do, you can find research to support that. I'm going off of a couple of things. For one, my doctor told me, and that's who I'm going to trust number one, besides the internet and just random people that are giving me experience stories. My doctor said the main benefit he sees in having a vaginal delivery after a C-section is if you want the experience of it. And if you don't care about that, then he recommends doing a C-section. The risk of having the rupture is super, super low, but that's a huge thing. So it is very, very, very low, but it's possible. The risks of having a Vbac to the baby, the infant mortality rate is virtually zero with a C-section, and there is like a small chance of an infant mortality with a Vbac, and that's I think from the rupture. But the infant morbidity, meaning like the illness or like issues that the baby has after a C-section, are a little bit higher than with a Vbac. So, but the issues that they have are that they just have like some extra fluid that didn't get like squeezed out during a vaginal delivery and things like that. Things that Lyndall had that she recovered from perfectly.
There, just turned the car on. I didn't think.
His hair was like blowing a lot in the air conditioning. So I know like a lot of you said that having a Vbac is actually safer for the mom and the baby. And I just couldn't find, if you have links that show me that, please leave them in the comments, but I just could not find research that supports that. I even found like one of the websites you guys told me to look at to research this. I went on there, and even that said that the infant mortality rate is higher with a Vbac than with a C-section. And that's really my number one priority. On a heavy topic there. That's really my number one concern, is like the safety of the baby. And also, I really don't want to die during delivery. So Anyway, it's everybody's personal choice. Everybody does their own research. Everybody does what they're comfortable with, but that's, I think, what we're gonna do. And a couple of other things that are weighing in that decision that matter, according to my doctor, are number one, how close together my pregnancies are and how close together those deliveries are makes a difference. So the closer together they are, the less time you have to fully heal and scar, and I'm not sure what the whole deal is on that. Also, my sister ended up having to have an emergency C-section and then had a repeat C-section with her second kid because she had 2 babies that were over 10 pounds and like could not deliver them vaginally. She tried. I think she labored for like 18 hours or something before they finally said we need to do a C-section. So she's genetically most similar to me. So I don't know if our birth canals are really narrow or if we just make giant babies, or, I mean, I had twins that were combined weight of 12.5 pounds. So in theory, I can make a 12.5 pound singleton. Just kidding. I'm not gonna make a 12.5 pound baby. Okay, we're at 12 minutes. We're gonna wrap this up. 12 minutes!
Wow.
What? I could have done a sit down video all on its own.
Yeah.
So if you have any specific questions or if you have any recommendations for these types of videos, I think I'll probably do a monthly. I don't feel like I need to do them any more frequently than that. Just leave questions in the comments below and on with the vlog. I hear a lot of beeping. Are they like pushing something?
He figured out how to turn the car on, so.
So
We're getting a lot of on and off. It's just the accessories.
Oh, okay. Should we give them a bath? No. Okay. Are you sure? Alright, we won't give them a bath. They get a bath pretty much every night.
Yeah.
Bear, did you enjoy your ice cream cake? He still has some on his face. They had their first ice cream cake tonight for dessert and they loved it. Hopefully he doesn't like mess with the settings somehow that, I don't know what he would do.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be alright.
Okay. Whoa. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Our neighbors are gonna hate us.
I know. Beep, beep. It's funny. You guys are stinking cute. 16 before we know it. Look at him. He knows how to shift. And turn on the windshield wipers. You're ready to go. One thing I have not been good about this pregnancy in terms of updating at all is my baby bump. And I love when I'm watching baby like pregnancy updates, especially during my first pregnancy. I loved the part of the update where they showed their bump because it kind of gave me an idea of what a certain week's bump would look like, even though it's totally different for everybody. So this is my second pregnancy, singleton, 17.5 week bump. Okay. And I guess this is like on the bigger side because it's towards the end of the day. It seems like it's smaller in the mornings. But it definitely could pass as like, I just ate too much. But yeah, this is definitely not normal for me. So that is what my bump is looking like. And there's supposedly an onion in there. It's not real cute. There's cuter things. Like last week it was a pear. I liked that a little better. So there she is. Or he. Alright, we'll see you guys next time.